Good morning, everyone. This is Patricia with Mental Health Matters, and I'm with a good friend of mine. This is Rebeca Demaira, and she has worked with me in the healthcare field for 11 years. And we're going to hear a little bit more about what she does here in healthcare as a certified recreational therapist.
Yes.
So, Rebeca, tell us a little bit about your job and what you do.
Well, I've been a recreational therapist for 42 years. We work with special populations, any special populations from developmentally disabled to rehab, corrections, and psychiatry. What we do is we help people get back out into the community safely. Say someone's had a stroke, so we teach them how to use the ramps and the handicapped equipment within the community so they can get back out in the community and enjoy themselves. As far as psychiatry, we help them learn new hobbies, leisure interests, anything that will help with their depression and their self-esteem. And if a patient's had a stroke and they can't go back into their old activities, we teach them new ones that they can do. Or use adaptive equipment for bowling or golf if that's a capable situation.
Since we've been going through the pandemic for the last 9 to 10 months, a lot of our senior citizens and families have been quarantined and very isolated. Is there some suggestions you can give them for what they can do to keep their spirits up and keep them involved with their families and communities?
Yeah, that's a tough one, because when you're in isolation, you can't be around anyone, especially, if you don't have a family and you have to live alone. And that can be very depressing. So I always suggest trying to start a new hobby. Go on YouTube, learn how to crochet. Any arts and crafts, painting, sculpting. My cousin picked up YouTube on guitar and learned how to play guitar. You can try piano, anything that you've always wanted to do and you've never gone out and tried it. If you achieve it, you really feel good about yourself. It helps your self-esteem and it takes away that loneliness and depression. Now, once the community opens up, there's community colleges that have all kinds of adult education. And in those classes, they teach everything that you can possibly think of, from if you want to learn Spanish to any kind of arts and craft or even a trade, You just have to look at your community colleges and look up their guide and see what they offer you. I would suggest that. And any kind of group in your community, be it a newcomers group, a women's group, men's groups. There's all kinds of different groups out there. And if you're a widower, your grief and loss group, anything that you think you need will help you meet people and get out of a depression and get you going again and make you feel better.
And I guess my last question for you, thank you, that was great, is what about exercise? Does that really play a role? Or sports?
It's
very
big
big.
time.
And remember, our gyms are all still closed for the most part. So what can people do to stay healthy?
You exercise at home, whatever program you can get. First of all, there's so many things on TV. You can look up all the exercise programs and do that with any type of exercise,
like
from Zumba, or even for seniors, they have sitter-size, where you sit in a chair and exercise, up to heavy-duty exercise if you're able to do that. Or my sister was isolated in New York for months and months. She used weights, cans of food, and she got on her little step ladder and went up and down that, and sit-ups and jumping jacks. You can just make your own home exercise program, because if you don't exercise, you don't release the endorphins. Also, the serotonin doesn't flow through your brain, so you want that serotonin uptake to keep going, because that releases stress and anxiety. Very important. Helps your blood pressure. You're all over mood. You're just a brighter, happier person when you get exercise every day.
All right, well, I think that's been extremely helpful and informative.
Thank you.
Between our exercise programs and the senior centers and the adult ed and trying to reach out for support and certainly developing hobbies is going to make life a lot healthier and happier and hopefully live longer.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you so much, Rebecca,
you're
for
so
being with
welcome.
us this
Thank you.
morning. And everyone stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Thanks
Okay.
for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.